future Pussycat.
Having reached 5 heat finals, it's largely underachieved in the past of Robot Wars.
We put the double blades on for this one.
Why have you put door blades on?
Because someone has thin armour, so we think we can rip it all off.
Who's got thin armour?
King B.
King B's got thin armour. And you're just going to go in for the kill with absolutely no scruples, Stuart, haven't you? It's evil, Stuart, absolutely evil.
3,500 RPM, Pussycat blade, formidable, unique body shape, invertible, always lands on its feet, or wheels I should say, but the 4 wheels are exposed and the ground clearance high.
Roboteers, stand by.
To the team's end, Behemoth, Anthony Pritchard and Kane Aston there on the left, King B Powerworks on the right, Simon and Grant, and Pussycat on the left-hand side, Stuart, Amanda and Dantomkia on the right, Michael, Daniel and Stephen. There's Matilda in the arena for the House Robots. And there's the Killer Lot 2.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And off we go with the second of the All-Star Championships, first round heats. Please don't take on the House Robots again. I don't think we can stand it. Behemoth under pressure from Dantomkia. I think the ground clearance here could be key. Pussycat is vulnerable. Behemoth has the front scoop to prevent anyone getting in from that angle. Dantomkia trying to prize away under the side, you see there, and lift Behemoth's 100 kilos out! And that's exactly what they do! Out they go, Behemoth tossed simply away by Michael Lambert driving Dantomkia, and 17-year-old Daniel up the weapons, and now they try a carbon copy on King B. And out they go.
Cease.
Dantomkia and Pussycat through. Pussycat's done absolutely nothing to get through. And Dantomkia rests its case.
Flipping fantastic! Dantomkia and Pussycat through to the All-Star semi-final! We're through to the semis.
Yeah.
Didn't really do much in there, though.
We went straight after King B3, which we planned, and we jammed their wheel up while Dantomkia took on Behemoth.
Yeah.
And then King B was dead, and we knocked their chain off their weapon, and then they got rid of King B in the end.
So you did do quite a bit then?
Oh,
I'll just shut my mouth, shall I?
You will.
You looking forward to the semi-final?
I am.
Do you think you can take them on?
It'll be close if I can stay away from that arena wall.
I'll shut my mouth again then, Ladies and gentlemen, go ballistic for Pussycat.
Semi-final, All-Stars, Stuart. This is a cat fight, this one. You're up against Cat 3. How are you going to deal with them?
Slice and dice.
Slice and dice. It's going to be cat pie for tea.
Oh, yeah.
Pussycat.
Has the spinning blade. Machine of Amanda and Stuart Barnwell.
Cat 3.
Has the pneumatic axe. And the team of Keith, George and Julianne Williams.
Roboteers, stand by.
Who do we have in the arena for the House Robots? It's a killer lot. It's a daunting place for the House Robots tonight. And Shunt is back in again.
3.
Suffering
2,
trauma from the earlier battle. He'll need counselling. And Pussycat batters Cat 3. This is going to be a vicious contest, isn't it? A perfectly nasty contest. 2 cats with 9 lives. Make that 8 now after defeating the UK Championships Robot Wars 7. Down comes the axe of Cat 3. Pussycat, a little nudge of the blade, gets it up to spinning speed once again. Not causing great damage there to the armament of Cat 3, aluminium body, polycarbonate base. Pussycat want to get the blade at that. See, it's just grazing the side panels of Cat 3. This is interesting, this one. Not as dramatic as previous fights, but very close. And if Cat 3 can get a blow of that pneumatic axe in onto Pussycat, they could cause trouble. The crowd as tense as the battle. This is even Stevens so far. Cat 3 missing. That'll count against it on the judge's marking of star control, damage and aggression. Cat 3 has activated a pit. Will it try and push Pussycat down there? Cat on a hot... wooden roof, really, I think it is, the arena floor. And if you don't know the film Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, you've just missed that point completely. But never mind, ask your gran. Cat 3 and Pussycat dodging each other, are they? Great respect, I think, out there for each other. Looking on, Keith Williams, an electrician by trade, needs to spark a little bit more life into Pussycat, perhaps, as far as his Cat 3 machine is concerned. They're dodging side by side. And again, I don't think they can get their weaponry really into full effect here because of the driving skills. You see, side by side, the axe is going to miss, and so too the blade. We're seeing there Stuart Barnwell, a full-time student at the controls of Pussycat. Nearly got the blade to work, but Cat 3 turned away very quickly, and they're a long way away from the pit. And I'm going to go for a cat nap. Are these two just sort of have a little bit of kind of the judges at the end of the battle tonight? Wake me up, judges! Who's won it? Style, control, damage and aggression?
Well, a furious feline frenzy in the All-Star semi-final. We're going to have to go to those judges. You know the criteria. While they're making up their minds, let's see the highlights.
A catatonic catastrophe of a contest as Cat 3 batters Pussycat. They're no great damage sustained though. Very tactical. Turned into a dour battle late on.
Judges still making up their minds. Going to ask the audience. If you think Cat 3 won, make some noise! If you think Pussycat won, make some noise! Well, the audience have gone for Pussycat. The judges have gone for Pussycat! What was you saying to me before the cameras came on us? We never get a judge's decision. We never get a judge's decision.
We haven't this series.
No, well, you got one now.
Got one now.
You're in the All-Star final.
Oh.
That little circular saw does some damage, doesn't it?
It's effective. It's really effective.
Dantomkia. How's he going to beat you?
Stay in the middle of the arena and just hit him with the blade like we did with Cat 3. When they opened the pit, we thought, uh-oh, here we go. So we just stay in the middle of the arena and keep hitting with the blade.
But you always land on your feet, don't you? It's a very difficult robot to get hold of, yours.
Very hard to get hold of. Flip it, it always comes on its feet in the arena.
What do you reckon, Mum? Proud?
Very proud. Very proud.
Proud. Oh, your mum's proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Pussycat!
Hello.
Stuart. All-Stars final, mate. You carved the Cat 3 to shreds in the last bout.
Yeah.
It wasn't looking happy when it came out.
It's not. No paint left.
What are you going to do to Dantomkia in there?
Stay away from that flipper and just give him a good chopping everywhere we can.
They're going to get you out the arena, do you think?
They can if I make a mistake. I can stay away from that front.
It's all about you and your driving.
Yeah, like Steve said, we're a slippery customer, so we can just get away off it. If I go near the wall, we can turn off a bit and they'll miss, and then we can hit him again, because she's good at that. She'll get tumbled off and she can quickly turn around and give him a good hit with the blade. So we're going to do that.
Now, don't underestimate the importance of this battle. This is all about respect out there in the pits. This is about becoming a legend of legends. So, are you ready to find an all-star champion? Then let the all-star grand final begin!
Pussycat.
The heavier of these two machines, but the slower machine there of Amanda and Stuart Barnwell, who's 16.
Dantomkia.
Perhaps that's the more potent weaponry, the CO2 flipper. Michael and Daniel Lambert and Stephen Gadsby.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the House Robots, Cassius Chrome. And also Mr. Psycho with the claw and the hammer.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Pussycat, Pussycat, where have you been? I've been to Robot Wars to see a lean, mean fighting machine called Dantomkia. I don't want to see it again at close quarters. Will that be the message from this All-Stars final? You'd have to go with Dantomkia on previous form, and Dantomkia pushing Pussycat towards the arena side walls, and that's where it's so dangerous if you're a robot with a high ground clearance, and Pussycat's ground clearance is 10 centimetres. That is high, that is vulnerable, and Dantomkia doing exactly what we thought he would do here. Can they get them over and out of the arena side wall? No, and Pussycat is away. Dantomkia, don't forget, though, will have limited usage for that weaponry. High-powered CO2. But the weaponry power cannot last forever. What's happened here with Dantomkia? What has happened with Dantomkia? This whole All-Stars final has turned. They were on top, they were pressurising Pussycat, and to use a very high-tech term, they conked out. And Pussycat has Dantomkia not on the ropes, but on the very side of the pit of doom and gloom. And Pussycat here is about to win the All-Stars Championship unless Dantomkia can reignite the fickle flame of fortune Robot Wars styling. Pussycat being pursued by Cassius Chrome and by Mr. Psycho. They remember the earlier mayhem. Cassius Chrome has Pussycat in his venomous jab. Pussycat away, trying to dodge the hammer blow of Mr. Psycho. And while all this is going on, Dantomkia is a beaten machine, and this is a stunner. Dantomkia counted out Pussycat, the All-Star champion. How unlikely was that in the opening moments of this All-Star final? This is a major surprise. Oh, says Michael Lambert. He felt that from up in the control pod. And Stuart Barnwell trying to dodge Pussycat. Oh! Mr. Psycho and Cassius Chrome bashing into each other. Did you see the glare afterwards? Mr. Psycho gave Cassius Chrome, and Mr. Psycho now is just about to trundle into and over anything. Dantomkia, I'd go down that pit if I was you. Cassius Chrome is out of it. Pussycat is out of it, having won, of course, and they jump for joy into the pit and safe, and a round of applause from the Dantomkia sporting side. Pussycat taking some late welly, but they're the winners of the All-Star Championship.